Guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be my first keep slash declutter kind of videos. So basically, if you guys don't know, this video and all the other videos you're going to see similar to this series is going to be a part of my JOMP, or rather I like to call it my perfume journey slash also the journey of my perfumes. So I've done an intro video, I've done kind of like a whole video explaining what this was going to be all about, what kind of different elements you're going to see in this video, or rather in this video series I should say. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be curating my own perfume collection, but I'm also going to be parallelly obviously trying and testing out new perfumes, because even though I want to go on a no buy and I should go on like a no slash low buy, but I'm just so intrigued and interested to try out so many different perfumes, and test them out, especially in the form of like samples or decants. So nowadays I just do like sample and decant hauls, and then once I film the haul video and share kind of my first impressions, I give myself a little bit of time, maybe like a couple of weeks, to wear all these perfumes and like give each of them like a full day wear, to not just see how long lasting they are, which will help me decide if it's something worth investing in, but I just also want to figure out which of these scents I see myself wearing. Some of them are like instant turn-offs, the others are more like, yeah, maybe I like the opening, but then I might not like the dry down, and then I will decide, you know what, maybe this is not for me. And then there are others, like some of them can be really surprising. I feel like in my first impressions, no, this is like totally not me, but then when I actually end up wearing them, I maybe like actually end up liking them. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. And I have, I think 13 14, I don't even remember how many I have in total, or that I'm going to be talking about today, and I'm going to tell you which ones I'm going to keep and which ones I'm going to declutter. So that's what this video is going to be all about. And then the perfumes that I end up keeping, you will continue to see me share my thoughts on, and then the ones that I end up decluttering, I will either give my mom or like friends or something like that. So these are perfumes you'll probably not see me talk about ever again. So yeah, that was that. I have all my perfumes in this ice cream card dabba, but yeah, these are all my decants. I'm gonna basically just put my hand inside, pick them up one by one, and share my thoughts on each of them, and I'll tell you which ones I'm gonna keep and which ones I'm gonna declutter. So let's go. The first one that comes to my hand is Into the Night. This is one of the Bath and Body Works body mists that I got. So this is like a very like the name suggests, nighttime appropriate, I want to say clubbing, or like, you know, going out to like a nice fancy restaurant kind of a scent, but it's like a body mist version. So I got this along with a couple of other body mists. Actually, I feel like I should talk about all of them like together, just because I don't have individual thoughts to share on any of them. So I have 4 Bath and Body Works body mists, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts on all of them together. So we have Into the Night, which is, like I mentioned, a nighttime clubbing or like going out kind of a scent. Then I have Forever Red. That is hard for me to describe. I want to say it's luminous, yet like the name is perfect. Like, I don't know, Forever Red literally makes me think like I'm wearing like a nice sultry you know, red dress, and this is something that the person who's wearing that dress would want, this kind of a perfume. Then Into the Stars is supposed to be like a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. This is again similar, a very luminous feminine kind of a scent. And then Sunset Glow is one of like a tropical sweet, like a distant cousin to like Plum Hawaiian Rumba, which you guys know I love. So basically I got all of these 4 body mists to for my clothes, actually not really for me to actually wear on my skin, because body mists don't really last very long on me. But Anissa told me that all these 4 body mists are really long lasting on clothes for the most part. In the Stars is the only one that lasts for like days, whereas the other 3 like at least last a full day. So if I spray these on my clothes in the morning, they're gonna last on me like at least to the end of the day. I do agree that it might last throughout the day, but none of these are like more long lasting than that. So I think this is gonna be like these body mists I will be keeping, and I will be using them as perfumes to like spray on my clothes and stuff if I just want to amp up my scent and like smell really good and not intense, but like you can definitely tell that I'm wearing perfume, you know. So that's what I'm gonna keep these for. And I, again, this is going in the keep pile, but I was not really super impressed by them, so I can already tell you that these are not going to be like, none of them I plan on buying like full bottles for. I will use the decants because I bought them, but that's that. I wasn't like super duper impressed by any of them. So yeah, that was that. Moving on, next let's talk about the perfumes. So okay, I picked up two in my hand, and both of these are ones that I'm not going to be ending up keeping. So the first one we have is Lalique Amethyst Eclat. Now this one I'm not going to be keeping because this to me smells like straight up like the flower, the marigold flower. So like if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you've ever seen those like those garlands that you know you like Diwali में या दसरा में जो ऐसे डोर पे लगाते हैं, your entrance doors and stuff like that, very typical. It's a yellow slash orange flower. Like there are yellow marigolds and then there are orange marigolds. I don't know why I'm talking all about marigolds, but this perfume honestly smells to me just like that flower, and I don't like the scent of the flower either, and I definitely don't want to smell like that. So yeah, this one I'm not gonna end up keeping. Also, we need to do something about the light that's coming out from there, so just give me a second. Okay, so I try to fix that, but I don't think it's doing much, so we just gotta work with it. But yeah, Lalique Amethyst is going to be an instant you know, just no for me. It was a turn off and it's gonna get decluttered. Anyone who wants to smell like marigold can probably take that off my hands. I would be happy to give it to them. And then the other one is Prada La Femme. So this, I think when I first smelled this in my first impressions, I was actually like, yeah, maybe I could give this a chance, maybe not, I'm not sure. But when I ended up wearing this, I was not very happy with my experience, and I do have a couple of like pointers that I mentioned. Like when I was testing these out, I kind of wrote all of that down so that I can remember. So Prada La Femme, I wrote, is very green, but it's floral. It's definitely something that I would expect like someone who's a little bit more mature. I would expect someone like that wearing the scent, like someone maybe who's in their 30s, maybe I wouldn't say even a young mom, like maybe if you're like a mom to a 10-12-year-old. I don't want to say teenager because then I'll be really aging them, but yeah, maybe someone who has a 10-year-old or maybe like 12-year-old teenager or like older. So definitely not even like early 30s, I would say mid to late 30s, or even like 40s, 50s and up. I think this is definitely a very mature smelling kind of scent. This I will probably give to my mom. I mean, she's in her 50s at this point, but yeah, I still think that she might like this. It might suit her definitely a lot more than it's going to suit me. So yeah, another declutter. That one wasn't like an instant I don't like this. It was more of like a maybe, but no. If something is gonna be a maybe, I might just, you know, might as well just give it. So moving on, next we have Dolce and Gabbana's Dolce Garden. This is another one that I don't see myself end up keeping, and that's because it's a very floral kind of perfume. Like when I say floral, there are a ton of florals, a ton of different kind of florals. Some I like, some I don't like. This one I don't like because to me this smells like, you know, like flowers that you would smell in a garden. Like you literally smell like a garden, which is why I think the name is also perfect. And I don't like to smell like a garden. To put it across very simply, I don't like to smell like a garden. I'm also someone, I think this is a very unpopular opinion, but I don't like I don't like super fragrant flowers either. To be very honest, I think flowers can be beautiful, but I don't like the scent of like super fragrant flowers. So for that reason also, I think this is just going to be another no for me. So yeah, declutter. Moving on, next we have Elie Saab Le Parfum, and this is another one that I don't see myself keeping. I feel like a lot of these I'm just constantly telling I don't see myself keeping at all, but I think that's pretty much it. Like the other ones that I'm going to talk about later on, I am going to end up keeping, but this one anyways, coming back to it, is one that I don't see myself end up keeping. And It's because this one kind of reminds me of what alien smells like. So like I don't know, I can't describe it very well, but it's deep and dark. I don't know, I don't even see this like a signature scent. I know this is some people's signature scent. I don't see why someone would like to wear this. I mean, I kind of see it like it's all weather appropriate, all location appropriate. It's very, I can definitely tell. I think there is jasmine in it. I'm not sure if there is, but yeah, it's kind of like the a deeper version of Alien. I want to say, like, I know Alien is supposed to be like really strong, so something deeper than Alien. It's just, I don't know, more heavy, more intense. I want to say, like, I don't mean intense in the sense very strong, like great projection or great sillage or anything like that. It's just no, not my kind of scent. Even like musty, dusty, I want to say, kind of. Like, I get that from this because you know those houses that are like kept closed for a long time with like furniture and stuff, and then when you go back there and you like open the door, you can smell the dust and it's like very musty, very, you know, that kind of vibe. Kind of, I don't know, this is just not my kind of scent at all. So yeah, not gonna be keeping that either. Moving on, next, the only perfume that I have which is in a glass decant, which is a Nishane Annie. So Annie, by the way, I'm not sure how you say that, but this is one that, first of all, I think I'm pretty sure in the video I was like, this is just a no for me. I don't see myself keeping this. I wanted to give it a shot and I'm really happy that I did, but I was like, I don't think this is my kind of scent, and truly it's not my kind of scent. Like, people describe this as like vanilla, like the only description is like it's a beautiful vanilla. Like, that's all that I hear people talk about. No one talks about how smoky this is. It's a smoky vanilla. I feel like I've never, I mean, I'm sure that there is someone out there who said that this is a smoky vanilla, but I have never heard anyone say that this is a smoky vanilla, which is why I wasn't expecting it. When I first smelled it, I thought it would be something more sweet and gourmand, like super sweet, like cocoa vanilla, for example. That's what I was expecting this to be, like something similar. But like, maybe because it's Nishane, it'll be a little bit more sophisticated. Like, that is what I was expecting truly out of this, but it's nothing like that. It's basically a smoky vanilla, okay? It's not sweet at all, but you can tell that there is vanilla in it. And this is something that I don't see myself wearing as such, but the perfume intrigues me a lot and I feel like I do want to give it a chance. I want to wear it a few times to kind of like I definitely don't see myself getting a full bottle of this like ever, but I want to still I don't know, give it a shot, wear it more, try it more. So I do see myself keeping this one and I'll at least use up the whole decant. Again, like I mentioned, I don't see myself repurchasing or buying a full bottle or anything, but I do want to continue to wear this and like kind of figure out my thoughts more on it. So yeah, Nishane Annie is going to be a keep. I'm very surprised to say that. I don't believe I'm actually saying this, but it is going to be like a keep, at least for now. Moving on, next we have Paco Rabanne Black Excess. Now this is another one that again I tried out a long time back, so I'm gonna just read the description because I don't clearly remember, if I'm being honest. So for this I've written that I love the opening, but the dry down smells like nothing. So like once the alcohol kind of like disappears, when I say I love the opening, I mean like when you actually spray the mister on yourself or on your clothes. I love that scent, but like once it immediately dries down and the alcohol evaporates, I can't really smell much in the beginning. But as you continue wearing it throughout the day, the scent just gets better and better and better as it dries down. And I definitely remember that it was a little bit sweet, like on the sweeter side. So that's why I feel like I really love this. And yes, this is going to be again one of my keepers. And then later on we'll decide, which ones I want to get full bottles of, which ones I don't want to get full bottles of, and stuff like that. Moving on, next we have two from Diesel Lover Dose. So we have Red Kiss and we have Tattoo. So these are again two perfumes that I don't know how to describe, but what Anissa describes them is they're beautiful gourmands. So that's how I'm going to describe this as well. Both of them intrigue me a lot. They are not the kind of scents I've ever smelled or ever worn, but I do see myself wearing these. I feel like because they're gourmands, I wouldn't wear this all year round, but I'd wear them more so towards the winter, or maybe like if I'm going out with my friends on like in the night when it's like slightly cooler, it's not super hot, I'm not super sweaty. Those are the kind of situations where I would wear this even like throughout the year and stuff. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, I almost want to say that I could wear this to work, but I think that this is such a special, unique scent that I wouldn't want to just wear this every single day and make it like an everyday simple kind of thing. I don't think I would personally want to do that. Again, I know I'm not doing a great job at describing this, so I'm going to keep both of these, continue to wear them, and eventually probably be able to describe them in a slightly better way, at least slightly better. So yeah, moving on, next we have my last two picks that I bought. We have Montal Chocolate Greedy and we have Valentino Valentina. Now, can you guess which one I'm going to keep and which one I'm going to declutter? Like, one is going in the keep and one is going in the declutter. Can you guess? Okay, let me tell you. I cannot wait. So, Montal Chocolate Greedy is the one that's going to get decluttered, and Valentina is the one that I'm going to keep. So again, let me tell you how I have described both of them, because I'm really happy with my description both of these. So for Valentino Valentina, I wrote that it smells like a floral sweet scent with a hint of bubble gum. So again, like I said, I don't always like florals, but sometimes I do, and this one is a floral, slightly leaning more on the sweet side, which is why I like it. And there is something about it, like I check the notes even to make sure if they have anything that is like, you know, like a bubblegum note or something, but there is no bubblegum in here. So I don't know what to me smells like bubblegum, but it smells like bubblegum, which I actually really like. So overall, I'm really happy with Valentino Valentina. I don't know why I was expecting like Valentino to be like super floral, like all their scents to be super floral, that I wouldn't probably like, but I ended up liking this one, so I'm very happy with that. And like I said earlier, it's gonna be a keep. So let's put Valentino Valentina in the keep pile. And then moving on to Montal Chocolate Greedy. So this one is going to be a declutter, and what I wrote for this is it smells like melted Kit Kat. So like, you guys, I mean, who doesn't know what Kit Kat is? Okay, come on. So if Kit Kat was like kept in the microwave and you like melted it, and when you took it out of the microwave, what that smells like is what this smells like, but a much stronger, sweeter version. And when I first spray it, I'm like, yeah, this smells like melted Kit Kat. But the more I am wearing it throughout the day, the more and more it's just giving me a headache of sorts, you know, like that's what I wrote. It gives a headache almost. It's too strong. I can't smell anything but this when I have it on, even with just 2 sprays. So generally with most of my like all the other scents that I was trying and testing out, I would spray like anywhere from 4 to 6 sprays, like around my you know, collarbone and like behind my ear, and even like right here in the center, so that, you know, I can smell it throughout the day and I can really, you know, tell my thoughts. Because if I spray it on my hands and stuff, where I typically do wear my perfumes, but if I'm testing out a perfume and I spray it here, I have to keep reminding myself to like smell myself. But when I'm spraying it here and here, I can just smell the perfume throughout the day. So it just makes more sense to test out my perfumes that way. So with this one, I just sprayed it like once behind both my ears, and that was it. That was all I needed. If I would spray any more, I think I would just choke myself with the perfume, because it was too much. Like even 2 sprays is a lot with this, and 2 sprays is a lot to give, to the point where it actually literally gave me a headache. I could not smell anything else the rest of the day. In fact, the day I was wearing this, I received my other order from Anissa as well, and I wanted to spray some of those perfumes, but I couldn't, because I was like, I'm not able to smell anything. All I'm able to smell is this. So yeah, it did annoy me. It was a little too strong. Did not like my experience with it because of how extremely sweet it is. If you are someone who likes that, or maybe you live in like not just live, but even if you're like going abroad or something and it's like super super cold in the winters and you want something that's going to still stand out and be like super super strong, then this is that perfume. But for me, it was just too much for Mumbai weather, for how cold it gets here and all that. This was just not for me. I think it's too gourmand in a super sweet way, which is actually too much. So yeah, this is going to be a declutter as well. And let's quickly see how many I'm keeping and how many I'm decluttering. So I have 5 that I'm decluttering and then 5 that I'm keeping when it comes to my perfumes. And then of course I have my 4 body mists which I'm also keeping. So overall in total I have 9, including perfumes and body mists, that I'm keeping, and then I have 5 that I'm decluttering out of my perfumes. So yeah, that was it for the video. It was longer than I'd hoped, but I'm really happy that I'm able to describe all these perfumes to you. Sort of like, I feel like most of them I at least told you what I feel as of now, and I will continue to improve describing these in a better way. So yeah, wish me luck on that. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed, please let me know down below in the comments, because your feedback truly means so much to me. And if you have any feedback, good or bad, please leave it down below, because I'm happy to take all of your criticism as well. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.